Welcome, everyone, to Season 10, Episode 14 of The Will Reads. I am beardless. I know. It's weird.
It is weird. Oh, my God.
It's really weird. I feel naked.
Well, I'm drinking out of my Taylor Swift cup, so it's going to be that kind of night.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're using a Swift cup?
You're Swifty now?
Are you Swifty?
I'm trying to get the water down quickly.
Mm.
So I thought I'd use my Swift cup.
There you go. There you go.
That makes sense. So the water goes.
So yeah, the beard will be back by the time we get live again. At least there'll be some kind of stubble. Yeah, it's really weird. It is really weird.
I should have got on earlier so I could actually take this all in before we got started.
I haven't been clean shaven in like 20 years.
Yeah, I've seen you trimmed up Like,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
it's
nice
still a
to try.
beard. I haven't seen
Uh-huh.
your face.
So I went to the
Wow.
barber today to get my hair done, like shaved, pretty much, and so I look like a bald person. But so they're doing my sideburns, and like normally get the straight edge out to like edge the sideburns and everything like that. And I thought he was just wiping out the excess, like shaving cream.
Yeah.
And then I heard that little. I was like, "You didn't just do that, did you?"
What was the thought process? Is this somebody you go to on a regular? Or do you
Yeah,
just
I go to him
anybody?
every single one, the same guy. It's a Korean guy, doesn't speak English at all. So like I was trying to explain to him, like, no, and he's like, I don't know. I was like, just
You
don't worry
probably
about it.
sneezed and accidentally said "shave my beard" in Korean. You probably told him to and didn't even know it.
Yeah, this is why I'm so picky about my barber.
Yeah, no, he's been great. Like until today.
He
I was like,
dementia.
dude, what are you doing?
He got dementia. You thought you were somebody different.
Yeah, it looks like I need to find a new barber now. It's like, good lord. I mean, I had it short. The beard was short, and maybe he thought
Yeah.
like it was just like I was going clean shaven. I was just stubble. I don't know, but he definitely did me dirty. I was like,
Your mom called before you got there and was like, "No matter what he says, shave that face."
I
Probably-
want to see my baby.
yeah. See my baby face again first. Yeah. So I clean shaven. Of course, next week we will be off because I'm at the beach. I think Chris is on vacation, and we're finishing the book tonight. So
bruh.
yeah, so we're gonna be off next week anyway. So after 2 weeks of growth, I should have somewhat of a beard.
You have a
back.
little something.
I'll have something there. It won't be
Just
this.
double.
It won't be this. But hey,
All right, young man. What do you have for us tonight?
young
For
whippersnapper.
real.
I hope that's apple juice in that cup.
Oh yeah, it's
You do look like you're in your 20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
It is so weird what a clean shave can do to a person.
He took at least a decade off.
a decade off my
Yeah.
life. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
There is
yeah, because
no
I have a gray beard too. It's like my beard comes in, it's really gray, so it's it definitely adds to the age, 100%. But
wow.
it is what it is. My kids thought it was awesome. Like,
Were they like,
They weren't scared?
no, not at all. They're like, you have no beard. That's awesome, Dad. I was like, it's coming back.
don't get used to it?
Do not. Get
Yeah,
used to it.
don't use this.
Somebody asked me the other day, like, are you, when are you gonna trim it up or like shave it off? And I was like, wait, what?
Uh-huh.
What? No.
What?
Never?
I'm done with the military. What are you talking about?
Like, yeah, seriously. Once the
Yeah.
writing's on the wall, man.
Yeah, I do need to do another book giveaway sometime soon. I'm gonna do one on Twitter.
Look, y'all wait.
It's coming
This is
soon.
what I'm getting ready for.
Christmas in July?
Yeah, that's
what's
what I'm
this?
growing my beard for. I got some
Oh,
gigs.
Yeah,
Go full Santa.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
I love it.
There's a guild or a union for real bearded Santa Clauses.
Oh, are you gonna join?
I think I might. Although
I'm
unless I
excited
like
for that.
white it out, I
Mhm.
might have to be an elf for a few years until I get the natural grays.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The guild is actually pretty strict,
Okay,
you know.
it is. I've heard stories.
Really?
It could just be a bad
first
Santa.
I've heard of this.
I just made it up that I heard stories. I've never heard of this
Yeah.
thing before.
Right. Well, you're hearing a story right now. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
let's
a
see.
story. Let me tell you about my hose.
Anyways, announcements. Yeah, it's been like weeks since we recorded last. So sorry. Yeah,
Sure.
life's been life and
Yeah.
a lot. But it's good. Things are good right now. So yeah. As far as personal life, I don't really want to get into it too much. I did this today. That's that's going on. I lost my beard. It was a tragic fire, and yeah, the beard burned off, but did get my skin. So it's nice.
Right, and but he saved 4 children,
Yeah,
and a couple of cats and dogs. So
I got bit by this mutant bugfish, and it had this weird thing. This beard fell out, and
Bruh.
Yeah.
There's a IBRBS, the world's largest organization of professional Santa's, Mrs. Claus's spouses. Santas. This is a real thing.
dude, you found the guild.
Oh. But once you're good, that's how. Look, you got to work your way up, but that's how you get the good gigs, like the real legit stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly, like this is dope.
Nice.
Now I'm
When you
even
think
more
about it, you
jealous of
can't
Santa
just let
grow a beard.
anybody, like, let's say I grew out a
There
beard
is
and
a real
decided,
bearded Santa group. It was on Time Magazine.
yeah.
There's a fraternity order of real bearded Santas.
If it wasn't organized and
501c.
somewhat controlled, and any old person that grew out a beard could be like, "Oh, I'll put on a suit, pay me, I'll be Santa," you'd have all kind of weirdos messing up the whole Santa thing. Like, who's
Mm.
screening them to make sure they know all the lore behind Santa Claus? Right? You've got to have
Yeah.
some organization to keep it in check.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway,
So yeah. Anyway, personal life. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened this weekend. Let's see. Saturday. What did we do Saturday? I went bowling. That was fun.
Bowling?
No, bowling.
Oh. I don't know if I like the finger placement there. That was very aggressive.
And
You made me clinch
then
when you did.
Sunday we went to TC.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me you were going. I forgot to ask how that went.
Yeah, it went well.
Sorry? Kids have fun?
Kids had a blast. Yeah, they had a real
That's
good
what it was
time.
about.
Which this was about. Yeah. So there's
good
this
stuff.
like YouTube. If anybody has kids, you probably heard of him, Danny Go. It's like if you heard of Blippi or any like PB Herman from our generation, like it's one of these kid like star things, and they do like dance videos for like and educational too at the same time, like just get kids to work out more, you know, and like move. So like a lot of preschools use it in the classroom, stuff like that. So there's a Danny Go live concert in DC that we went to. It was nice. It was a nice venue. Really nice venue.
Alan used it as a workout. He's like,
Yeah.
well, if I'm here, I'm gonna get my sweat on. Let's go.
I've been working out like every day.
Good.
Well, I said that I was working out every day, and then I got a personal trainer, and then I had to take a couple of rest days after that because I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
So
Did you get
I'm
with
back
somebody
there,
that
Jim,
knows
though.
what's up?
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Going
There are some
tomorrow
that
morning.
just go too hard, and it's like, hey, I need you to ease me into this. Like,
Dude, he went hard. Like he just
Yeah.
kicked my butt the first time.
He
It was
did.
just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then
so hard that his
we're-
beard fell off.
yeah,
Yeah.
so exactly. I mean, he got up in the weights and to the point where like I couldn't lift, and then he was just spotting me like, all right, tapping my elbows up to get the last pump reps in.
Just
Some of that
enough.
it's like just enough. He's
Yeah.
like, we're gonna max you out, and like I was like, my arms.
That's so bad he muted himself.
Right. That's what happened. He couldn't talk because the weights were so heavy.
You did it again. Oops, you did it again.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah. Ian, how was your weekend?
Well,
How's the last 2 weeks? But
my big thing was, so I bought a new Pathfinder. I got a 2024 the Rock Creek edition, like with their off-road package. It's not truly off-road, it's still a grocery go-getter, but you could do some mild off-road, good on the beach, good, fire break, stuff like that. So, but it looks awesome. I love it. I was planning on getting one next year. That's how we were financially planning for it. But I think I told y'all on the 2015 Pathfinder, the transmission went out. Well, let's see if I could tell this in a short, condensed way. When it was having issues,
I'm back.
I'm pretty decent with cars, so I semi-diagnosed and narrowed it down to what I thought it could be. And when we dropped it off, I told them, and then they called back and they're like, nope, it's a transmission. We checked on the stuff, definitely the transmission. I was like, okay, doesn't sound like that. Used my warranty, third-party warranty I had. I still had to come out of pocket though, like $3,000, because with the amount of miles on it, they weren't going to cover 100% of the cost. Anyways, they swapped out the transmission. I paid the $3,000 because the rest of the car is in fantastic condition. We'll get another 150,000 out of it. Miles. I get it back. I drive it that entire day, and then halfway through the next day, the exact same problem started happening. Like after coming to a stop, I go to hit the gas, and it does absolutely nothing. It's not that it revs up and it's not going anywhere. See, it does nothing. Doesn't rev up, nothing like that. And I have to turn it off, turn it back on a couple of times.
Injection sensor problem.
Work. Right. So there's a couple things it could be. There's a couple of fail safes. Like there's one where it prevents you from accelerating if your foot's also on the brake. So there's a stop lamp relay that has been faulty with Nissans in the past. And they
yes, I have actually heard about that.
Yeah, there's a sensor with the accelerator pedal that could get jacked up. It could be something with the throttle body. It like there's all these different things, or it could be the actual TCM or ECM. The essentially the computers that control the engine and transmission,
Mm-hmm.
and all of that makes more sense than what they were
A
saying.
transmission,
So,
yeah. You could get up to a computer, it should diagnose and tell you. That shouldn't
and
cost you anything.
unless
AutoZone could do.
there's a couple things that stop lamp assembly relay won't throw a code.
Oh,
Um, if it's TCM or ECM, since those computers are what throw
tells you
the
the code.
codes, if they're not working, sometimes you don't get codes. And those are
Ah,
harder to diagnose. You just got to know what you're doing. Anyways, so when I take it back, they're like, "No, it's the valve body. We're going to replace that." So they replace that. That attaches to the transmission, and it essentially opens and closes valves to send different pressures to the transmission to make it shift.
mhm.
But that was replaced when they put in the new transmission, and they're telling me that also failed, and now I'm having the exact same issues again. So, anyways, I talked to the actual service manager today, and as I was going through my thoughts when I dropped it off and what I thought it was and everything, and telling him what was happening, he was like, "Well, this is the first time I'm hearing all this," and I got quiet for a second, and I was like, "Well, here's the thing. We all know those Nissans with the CVTs. It's a 2015. I was like, they start to crap out, right? So I wasn't surprised when they pulled codes that there was a little bit of slippage, but you could still drive them like that for another 50,000 miles.
Yeah,
And that wasn't what was causing my problem. My problem was stepping on the gas pedal and nothing happened. That I had
yeah,
to fix because that's dangerous, right?
yeah.
So I'm out $3,000. I told him, I was like, so I'm out $3,000, didn't need to be. And I just left it there. And he was like, well, let's get it fixed and figure out what it actually was. And then we're going to have to figure something out. That's what he said. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that figuring out is. Either I doubt they'll refund me what I paid into it. I mean, the warranty company paid a good chunk. It'd be nice if they gave me at least what I paid into it back.
Yeah.
Being that they're a business, I don't know if they can do that. But if they give me like a $3,000 credit in the service department,
Mm-hmm.
I have a bunch of other little things I'd like to fix, and that I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. And
So
then you could turn around and give that one to one of the boys, or you could sell it.
right. Oh yeah. No, if I fix it up enough, uh, I don't know. I'd like to hang on to it. It is. I'm gonna take care
Yeah.
of my stuff. I don't
Parked
know
in
if you know this about me.
2024. Yeah.
I take care of my stuff.
Yeah.
So it's in really good shape.
That
Minus
doesn't
this crap
surprise
that's
me.
happening right now. So
Look at your beard. It's so well manicured.
yeah.
It's almost like Alan's.
Yeah, yours is perfectly shaped, Alan. It's like perfectly formed for your
Perfectly
face.
shaped beard, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Dana Lou. I just mean
Yeah.
it's blah blah blah
$3,000.
$3,000. Like,
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
and then look, so like one of the texts that was on the phone was like, well, hey, it could have been worse, feel blessed that, when you had this need, you were able to pay the $3,000. A lot of people we run into can't do that. I was like,
What
so on the
makes you
one
think
hand,
I
yes.
care?
20 years ago, 10 years ago, something like this happened, I'd be like, well, burn it. Just push it
Yeah.
into a lake. I'll
Yeah.
file an insurance claim or something.
Oh, we did that to your
But
boat.
yeah, hey, shh, this is live.
We're
buddy.
alive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never mind.
You said one too many.
Never mind. The statute of limitations are way past for that.
Right,
Come
yeah,
on.
I think we're good
I
there.
think you're good. I think the statute of limitations on insurance fraud is
Yeah.
like only like 5.
And I wouldn't be able to run for office for other reasons anyway. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. We're fine.
Let's
I
see,
mean,
But yeah,
insurance
I was
fraud.
like, dude, that's not the thing to say.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
and I'll leave it at that. I think you could run.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Anyhow, I'd like to have my money back because things are tight right now.
Yeah.
But on the good note,
Um,
while I wanted to wait a year to get that new Rock Creek Pathfinder,
You're liking it.
I
aren't you?
love that
You're
thing.
liking it.
So according
Yeah.
to insurance fraud online, I should be Googling this, but statute of limitations for insurance fraud is 5 years.
Oh yeah, we're good.
We're good. We can talk all about it if you want.
Whoever's watching, got you
Got 'em.
good. There's-
The government has been watching since day one because of the two of you and your jobs.
I'm not going to comment on the government right now.
Uh,
What government?
government?
Anyways,
Let's see. My weekend.
Flip the TV
Birthday
on to see what the
party.
government's doing. You're a poo-poo head. I know you are, but what am I? Oh, turns it off. Click.
Man,
Pretty
all the
much.
comments.
Yeah. That's
I'm
my
much
life.
like 50 Cent.
Oh yeah, I was saying before I cut out that this hall I went to see this concert out was really cool. It's brand new, the Capital One Hall and Tyson's Corner. It's really cool.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah. I have one last really, really good news, and it'll be quick. Like this is
Oh.
probably the best news since the beginning of 2020 that I could share with you all.
Okay.
After tonight, I'll never have to read or talk about this book ever again. Ever. I don't have to. If people try to talk about it with me, I could say, go fuck yourself, and like leave the conversation and never talk about it. So, highlight.
I told you it was the worst book. I wasn't gaslighting you. I told you this book's bad.
There are about 4 or 5 good nuggets in this book.
There are a couple of good nuggets.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good nuggets.
The listeners have all skipped over these episodes of ours. They're like,
oh yeah. I think our
Drama.
viewership or
The
listenership is way
emotional
down because it's like,
damage.
yeah, no one cares about these books.
Yeah. It's all
Chris,
good.
what's going on with you? What's new?
Man, nothing much. I have been putting the work in, trying to get stupid. Did I tell you guys I'm a Scrum Master now?
You're what now?
A Scrum Master.
Scrub?
Is this a rugby thing?
No, Scrum, like computer.
Oh
like
no, I
Scrum
know the term
programming.
from rugby. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no.
not too
Scrum.
familiar.
So,
Fill us in.
really? Certified Scrum Master just essentially says that you are able to herd kittens. It is legitimately like one of the, I want to say base level because not everybody has it. It's a base level accreditation that says that you can manage sprints and you know that you are essentially agile ready and you can
Oh,
manage
gotcha.
a team. Yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you of all people should know because anybody that you have in IT for military is using Scrum for their framework
right.
for
Yeah.
projects.
I don't dabble in any of that stuff. I should know more about it because I have so many friends and even family that are, in the IT programming, network
Yeah.
security world, but I don't. I know who to call
Yeah.
and the right
Yeah.
words to say, and then I walk away and let them fix it.
Yeah.
I literally fell into it.
Yeah.
Like I signed up for the class and then went online to take the class, and so I start opening all the tabs, and it's I'm like, oh well, this tab right here is for the test itself. I'll have it up. I'll read the directions for the test. I'll study for a couple weeks. I'll go in here and take it. Well, when I click the open button, I scroll down. I'm like, oh, they have some like mock questions I can look at. And I start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I'm like, hold on a second. There are 50 questions here. And I go back up to the top. It says, you have 1 hour to complete this test. I was like,
oh, I'm in it.
here we go.
That's
so I
fun.
did it. So because I'm like, you know what? I have friends that
Whip out the secondary device with Google.
No, I did it on the same device. I had my Google. Well, I actually had the book to the left and the test to the right. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Control F. And then
Nice.
the last 20 questions were like intuitive. If this situation happens, what would you do with this? Oh, well, this option makes sense.
I'm gonna call my mama.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I wouldn't call her.
Mhm.
She'd tell me you're smarter than I
for,
am.
Not for
figure it out.
IT stuff.
Mm-mm.
Whenever I call IT, I always like start with a long list of things I've already tried because I know exactly what they're going to say next. So like,
Yeah.
I go through the entire list of everything I've already done and like start there. All right, because I've already done all this. Like I've already gone into my internet and deleted the cookies and done all that stuff and the cache and everything like that. I've already restarted the computer. I've already done the network configuration on the Wi-Fi. Like I've done all these steps. Like now figure out what's wrong with my computer.
Look, with us, if you do that, you'll get a pause and a sigh, and then you hear tappity tap. I'm gonna have to connect you with one of our level 2 reps.
but
You've done all the things that I would tell you to do.
So to be fair, like because I'm like, I don't know how to really define this term properly. You guys are actually right. So the term Scrum Master is somebody that knows how to manage a team, and they pulled the word Scrum from the sport of rugby, which means to move the ball forward. A Scrum Master gets everybody together to move the ball forward.
Yep.
So,
Kind of revolves around you, but
yeah. Other than that, it's just been birthday parties and chilling at the house, and we're getting ready for Cancun next week. So
I don't know how you're chilling in this heat.
Yeah,
I've been sitting in the house and I'm
7
still
degrees,
barely
air
chilling.
conditioning.
it's been hot.
At work,
Barely
it's been like
chilling indoors.
90 degrees, and I'm like, I'm going home because this is not suitable.
Do you see me? Do you think I need to be sitting in dress clothes at 90 degrees?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's hot. It's hot outside.
Anyway.
I think it hit like 110 here.
Yeah.
With the heat index. Yeah.
But you know, what must be done must be done.
What must be done? Chapter 27. Great segue. So let's start talking about we're with Perrin. They're going through the grains.
Talking about how she Watkonded up all weekend. Whatever, Zool.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Watkon was last weekend.
Yeah,
I did live vicariously through you guys a bit, but I didn't really pay attention much either. So there was that. Perrin's going through some grain, trying to get the weevils out still.
Unbelievable.
I
forgot we had to do these chapters still.
Yeah, we still have to do these chapters. Cyanid wants to stay in Harbor. Harbor. It's a Boston harbor.
Get a little
it's
Boston in you.
Harbor.
But Perrin, Perrin's like, no, we're just gonna get this stuff and then we're gonna leave. We're not trying to stay. It's pretty much them just talking back and forth. Perrin with three people. I mean, really, the just this chapter happens at the end.
All I'm gonna say is, guys, when we listened to this, we were at Alan's house, as y'all know if you listened. So,
and Chris and I were leaning in the whole time, like, here it comes, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for it, like hit me in the face, like
right?
Anticipation.
Are we there yet?
It happens here. You know, they get back to the camp, and as they walk in, they find that some of the maidens have actually captured a shadow. He's bound and gagged. Was it bound, gagged? Another one stretched tightly between 4 stakes with hot coals on his belly.
I saw this once on a movie. She did not look happy, but at the same time, she looked pleased. So I was.
They had safe words.
Yeah.
It's always reassuring at the end. All of the cast kind of sit down together and talk, and you see that they're friendly.
There is a
essential.
very controversial statue in Rome called the Ecstasy of Saint Teresa. It's a very controversial statue. It's in like an obscure temple, but she's being stabbed with a spear. And the look on her face, because it's the spear of I'm trying to look it up real fast, but it's this the spear represents something. It's all like this biblical type stuff.
It's a phallic symbol.
Yeah, but no, it's sure. Anyway, you said it looked like they enjoyed it. There's this whole thing like the pain, the pleasure thing, and that's expressed in this marble statue, and it was very controversial back in the 1500s or whenever it was made because of the expression on her face.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now. It's definitely ecstasy.
Yeah. When I was in high school, in middle school, purple nurples were a thing. But jokes on them. I found out I liked it, so I ended up getting my nipples pierced, and it became a thing. So
and then you joined the dive team at William Mary.
Oh yeah, and one of them ripped out, but then I got them pierced again. The second time around was worse. Well, I had to let him heal up before I could re-pierce him, and then you have all that scar tissue. So the second time around, he went to push the needle through, and halfway he stopped because he didn't have enough oomph on it.
No way.
Then he jam it through some more, and that hurt.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, he forgot to tape up his nipple rings and jumped off the high dive. And water's not forgiving at high speeds to piercings in general. It's just Pop right out.
Also, even if you bleed just a little bit in water, it looks like you bleed a lot of bit. They thought I had like spontaneously combusted, and I was like looking around, and I was like, "What?" And then I looked down, and it was like there was a shark attack, and I was the only one in the pool. There was just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm laughing, but I don't know why.
He had a mental image of me like, "Hey, how'd I do, guys? Was that a good dive?" Looks around. Oh no!
Wasn't it Shark Week last week?
I think it was Shark Week. Yeah.
Is it my time? No, I'm kidding.
Guys, you know, going back to the chapter there, the most important thing there was the decision Perrin made. Perrin decided to own up to the responsibility of being the one in charge.
Yep. Yeah.
And
he takes over, kicks them all off of him, and turns to Aiel and asks him, "Have you seen Fael?" And the Aiel just starts singing to him. Like,
we do that to you sometimes. Alan's trying to do the show, and Chris and I are over here harmonizing. You made me think of a song. Doo-wop, doo-wop.
Wait till I get my axe.
Oh, I do have one if you'd like to borrow it.
I have an axe too somewhere. I do have an axe. It's somewhere I prop. My prop kit. I don't know if it's around here anymore. I don't know. I think my kids took it. No, my daughter took it.
I was just about to say, then one of his daughters walks around.
Yeah, my daughter has it because she went out. So I used to have a wood pile. I got rid of all the wood because it was all rotting, and I wasn't using the fire pit enough, so I just gave it away. But she would go out there in high heels with the little wooden axe, like play axe that I had, and because I chop wood, she just goes and starts in heels. My 4-year-old daughter. Chopping wood.
She's aerating your lawn and chopping wood.
With a Jess, like just hacking at the wood. And I was like, "Eliza, you don't chop wood in high heels." She comes back inside, grabs her cowboy boots, goes right back at it. I'm like,
his daughter
a true little Southern belle.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, so how about this? When we first met Perrin and early on, he would have never stood for any kind of torture. So he's always been protective of women and girls in general, but torture, like, no, not a fan of it. But there was at least some internal debate, specifically because it's like, all right, what is he? What is he willing to sacrifice in order to get Fael? And he, as the more he thinks about it, he's like, anything and everything. Like, there's nothing I won't do to ensure her safety. And so that's kind of putting into question some of these pretty significant moral boundaries he's had on himself up until this point.
Well, eventually Perrin gets pissed off and just I didn't need to play the whole thing. I just need to play the chop.
Yeah, because that was it. I mean, that was quite brutal, but
the veins popping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Where'd that come from?
Nice. I don't know.
I might be stroking, guys. Don't get too excited. Just old enough. You don't always get excited about that. It's
start smiling when only half it goes up. Like, oh,
right. I just lean over and y'all keep doing the show. All right.
Who was the guy that used to coach sailing? What was his name? Who had lockjaw? So he smiled. He get really mad at you, but he had smiling all the time because he had lockjaw. Like
I can picture his
face. He had tetanus and actually got lockjaw. So like he always would smile, and he'd like be mad, like yelling at you while smiling because he couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah, that would throw me off. Actually, I can picture his face. I can't think of his name though.
I can't think of his name either. It wasn't Jim. Because Jim's just like, attack again, got drive again. Sometimes the wind blows, sometimes the wind doesn't. Get out there and sail.
Remember, it was added insult when Dan finally kicked me off the team for like cursing or something, and I turned.
You said "suck my balls."
Oh no, I said I was sucking balls upwind.
Yeah, you were sucking balls upwind. Like, he's like, get off the team. I said soccer
just
balls.
Leave. Yeah. But then I turn, and this other coach is standing there trying to look mean with the eyebrows, but he's still smiling because of his lockjaw. He's like. I was like, are you mad or happy that I'm leaving? Maybe it's both.
That race suck balls. Yeah, I think that's what you said. Soccer balls. I said soccer balls. You're off the team. Yeah.
I tried to get out of it. He let me back on eventually.
I know he did.
Yeah.
I remember. But yeah, so he chops the hand off and basically says, I'm gonna start taking off other hands and feet, and I took the other hand in your feet. You got 4 chances.
And I don't think they were worried about that. They were more worried about the fact that he was going to strain them and make them beg for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, we still don't know anything. Take as many pieces off as you want. We can't give you what we don't know, which makes sense. There's probably more Shido than there are at this point any other Aiel on Perrin's side even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the original Shido plus a lot of the leftovers.
Yeah, everybody that couldn't handle the truth. So like they've got a massive amount of people and Perrin's contesting the whole group. It's honestly suicidal on his part.
That's like my brother lives in New York City, and if I needed info on somebody that lived in some random person that lived in some other borough, and I just went up and started beating my brother up and be like, "Oh, no, you don't get another one unless you tell me about Tommy
Steve
Thompson."
Yeah, Steve. Like, he lives in Brooklyn.
I haven't even heard about I haven't even heard about this person. We're not talking about that in my neck of the woods. What do you mean? So
no one knows who Steve is, man. Yeah, who is Steve? Did we ever figure that out? Chat. Did we ever figure out who Steve is? They've all left now at this point. They're like, this is a boring chapter.
Right. They're like, oh, they're still on this book. I thought they were done.
Oh, I thought they were done. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Perrin leaves camp. He goes and throws his axe into a tree, and Eliza's like, so you like it? Huh? You like it now? Do you like it?
I was excited when Elias popped up. I thought we'd get something super juicy here, but now we went back to that whole conversation from early on, the axe or the hammer, and what does Elias tell him? Hold on to the axe until you don't like it anymore, until you like it, something like that.
Yeah.
He didn't
as long as you hate it, hold on to it. As soon as you like
he didn't like it, but he chose it. So
yeah.
Right. Which I think so. Jordan's probably trying to use this as here's a transition point for Perrin, which we've kind of talked about. And, I mentioned earlier, like, all right, I had all these, I was a principled person, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this. But at the time, I didn't love somebody the way I love Fael.
But a woman will change you.
Right. So now he's like, oh, shoot, I am willing to do X, Y, Z, Yeah. So Perrin's shifting up on us a little bit here.
Yeah. Aram shows up as well, and Aram's like, can we try the coals again? Can we burn them? Can we burn them? Please.
He's an eager beaver. Like, they should have never let him.
I want to see the half-man fly. I want to see the dwarf fly.
This is what happens when you have one too many mushrooms hanging out with those other friends, and then they put you in the military.
Look, there's always one or two guys that get really excited when the killing starts. And sometimes it's people you wouldn't expect, and you're like, wait, what? This is uncomfortable. when we survive this, we're going to have a conversation.
One of those people. We had a friend in high school, and he's still a friend. I just don't talk to him much anymore. I think Ian's talked to him more recently than I have. That we took fishing for the first time. And we're like half joking around about it. Like, you catch your first fish, you gotta kill it. You gotta fillet it and get it ready.
Right. And use it for bait for the.
Oh yeah, we use it for bait for the crab pots. That's what it was. Yeah. We use it for bait for the crab pots. You don't throw back your first fish you ever catch. You have to use it for bait for the crab pot. So you have to chop it up a bit.
Turn one into many.
And he's like, well, how do I kill it? And he's like, here's a knife. You gotta cut its head off. And he's like,
acting all nervous.
He's acting real nervous about it. Like, and then he gets this gleam in his eye and raises the knife up and just starts hacking at the fish. Like, I was like,
I think he was like growling, like,
calm down.
Yeah.
I mean, we did use those fish as bait for crabs because they're crappy fish. So it's just like, we're going to eat them. You can throw it back, but they make really good crab bait. So, and crabs are delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got a little too excited about killing the fish. Like, scary. Like, calm down, dude. Take the knife away from him. Hold him down.
I definitely looked at him a little different after that moment.
Yeah. That was like when I was sailing around the world. There was one of the guys brought a girlfriend out on the boat. I'm not gonna say names. I don't think he listens to this, but I'm not gonna say names. And she was a vegan, and because of animal rights activists, and no animal, including fish, should ever be hurt. Well, I didn't know this, so I'm out there. She's sleeping down below, and I'm out on the back fishing, and I catch a Spanish mackerel.
Delicious.
Yeah. So I pull it on deck, I gaff it, throw it on deck, go down below to get my fillet knife to start cleaning it because I'm gonna cook it and I'm gonna eat that thing as fresh as possible. And I just started to clean the fish, and she comes up, and that blood curdling scream as I'm hacking away at this fish, like, I'm cutting the head off, cutting the tail off, going through the fillets. I've cleaned many fish. It's okay. Like, I mean, I just and she
Alan,
started
you want me to
screaming,
save you,
and I'm
mate?
like, and I look around. I was like, well, "What? Did something happen?" She's like, "You're killing it." I was like, "It's dead.
Dead.
I already cut its head off. Like, I'm
It's
eating
been
it.
dead.
I'm about to eat it. Like,
It's gonna live as a part of me.
Yeah.
in my belly in about 10 minutes because it's literally
We-
just as
we
long as
don't
it takes me to
die.
clean this
The
and like
energy
a
is
quick
still
sear on each
there.
side, and I am eating.
We're just transferring the energy.
She
I
comes
am-
up screaming, and Alan's still cutting. Like, what? Are we at Old Bay? Oh no! And then Alan starts screaming with her. Ah,
That
We
is
need
the worst.
seasoning.
we ain't got no seasoning.
No butter? What?
Ah. Oh boy.
Oh man, a little bit of butter in the pan, throw those fillets on, quick sear on each side. It was delicious.
So Aram. Can
So,
we try
but
them
after-
coals
but
again?
Just back to that. After I found that out, when it was my turn to cook, I was definitely sneaking meat into all the meals that she was eating. Because I'm an asshole.
A week later, she's like, I feel so much stronger, and I just
Got some
put on this
protein.
muscle mass. It's
My
great.
gum disease went away, and
Yeah.
I'm not as cranky.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, definitely started sneaking some meat in there. It's like, yeah, it's vegetarian, it's vegan, completely vegan. Don't worry about the chicken.
that part.
The cow eats nothing but grass, so the cow is grass. It's vegan.
It's vegan.
True.
Yeah.
I eat a all vegan meal all the time.
The statute of limitations for feeding meat to a vegan is only 5 minutes, so I am good.
Unless the judge is vegan,
Uh,
in which case.
So
Not
yeah,
in
Aram,
Newport,
we're back to Aram. Perrin wants to have them put under guard and leaves without his axe. He leaves his axe behind.
Wait, pause.
Mhm.
All right. So there's definitely some odd things about Aram.
Yeah.
Where is he ending up in this, Chris?
Good question.
Does he like join Massima's crowd and is like I'm gonna? He seems like a guy like wherever the fight's gonna be, where he
I
gets
don't see
to
him joining
kill
Massima's
some red
crowd 'cause
coats.
he hates Massima too much.
He's
But I
gonna
can
join
see
up with some
him-
sort of crowd that
He is. Maybe he joins. I
is
don't.
all about the violence or something.
Yeah, or he goes off with the Shan Chan. Maybe. I don't know. I see him dying on a field in glory. I don't see him. You know.
Could be he gets
Maybe
caught
he
in a
discovers
battle
the
when Perrin
song.
isn't right there to protect him, and he's like,
Yeah.
"All right, here we go," and like immediately gets mowed down.
We haven't heard much about the song in forever. Maybe they send him on a quest to find the song.
I don't think
Oh,
he
yeah,
cares
the
about that song no more.
I mean,
Okay.
we all know this song, right?
Don't you dare!
What is the song?
Stop asking him, Chris.
Ask him.
I'm
You know
surprised he
this
doesn't
song?
have it.
Yeah, there's no other way for me to practice the dance moves without him doing it.
When you ask those questions, you know what's going to happen, right? You're just messing with him,
Sometimes.
or are you in the dark and surprised every time?
Sometimes. It's 50
I'm not having fun.
I do not like this. No, sir, I just don't like it. 3 days later, Balor returns to Talavor, or returns with Talavor, who Perrin did not expect to see again. It says he's been searching for Baghdad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Tolliver tells them that Sanchin tells them that they're Sanchin with Damane, who are also searching for the shadow. And
Why
Perrin,
can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we?
I have that song already on another app. I
Why
should have
can't
All right.
we be
Chris and I got it
friends?
covered.
Yeah.
When the days and the nights get a little bit closer. Mm. Anyway,
So yeah, and that's how we end this chapter.
Yes. 1 down, 3 to go.
and it's the last
That's
chapter
parent chapter.
that has parent in it
Yes.
for this book.
Forever.
We
Another thing to
literally
celebrate.
leave Perrin
Guest appearance for the cat.
wrong finger.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. My fear is that we're gonna get a whole other book without Perrin in it, but I know that can't happen because we're so close to the end.
It
but-
can't, because this book, I mean, think of the progression from where we started with parent to here. They've literally taken 3 steps.
Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps.
Well, I mean, but they
Steps
could
to
have
Maybe-
one book with half of the characters and the next book with the other half of the characters.
Actually, there's a lot
through
going
the
on.
same timeline, but all doing different things now, so it makes it easier to deal with. And they all converge in the next
Yeah.
book after those two.
Yeah. I mean, each one of the major characters are off doing something different, and each one could branch off into a whole nother series at this
But
point.
are they? They're all starting to merge in with the Shansha.
And
I feel
now,
like,
topic.
and then at the end of this book, it kind of started to wrap that all up.
Yep.
We'll get there in a little bit, but the epilogue, if you listen to the epilogue, a little 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Yep.
It's very important. 2
So
minutes is about all you get of good stuff in this entire book, but 2 minutes could be worthwhile.
That's what you
Yeah.
should have done,
All
Alan,
right.
for this book. Just have us do the epilogue.
just do the epilogue. Forget these other chapters. Well, chapter 28 is called A Cluster of Rosebuds. Because we talked some bud.
It's a bad chapter.
It's a Matt chapter. Yeah, we got some dice going. Matt's hanging out with the most well-turned calves in all of the wetlands. Some Luca
that they know of.
that they know of.
That
I mean,
know.
they haven't seen Ian's calves. Those are some well-turned calves.
Very nice. Even when I'm way out of shape, my calves always got nice lines.
Yeah. So
And I got that little butt on the back when I flex it. Little baby butt.
Dude, after I went to that personal trainer, I couldn't walk up and down stairs for like 3 days. Like my legs hurt so bad.
It's a good trainer.
It's a good trainer. He kicked my ass.
You know what the bad thing is? The best way to get over that pain, as long as you haven't actually torn something and really hurt yourself,
Yeah.
the best way to get over it is to keep doing stuff. You got to keep
Yeah.
working it.
I got
blood
them
flowing.
walking around. I mean, I kept moving, but I just didn't go hard anymore for a couple
You got to push through it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he knew how to get me. I mean, the first thing he put me on was that basically I call it like a sail raising, like it was a rope machine, like where you're just like,
Oh
hoisting.
yeah.
He put me on that, and I was like, "Oh, I race sails all the time. I can do this. I'll break records." So I was like, and then he keeps on cranking up the
Tension.
resistance, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is just like racing a sail." Yeah,
He's
it was
like,
fun.
yeah, you think so.
It's fun. But anyway, so yeah, Tuon and Luca and Matt all hanging out. Luca wants to set up his cool animals some more to lure some of the Sanchin over to see a show. And Matt's like, "Yeah, can we just get out of here?" Yeah.
So funny. Dude's so focused on making money. He's not naive to what's going on. It's just
Mm-hmm.
he trained himself in his career to always look for the opportunity. So even though he sees that like there's just chaos in the world and like life-threatening danger left and right, so much is going on, like his brain still goes to where's the opportunity? Where can I make money? Sure, we
The
have,
ultimate salesperson.
but where am I going to stop and make money along the way? Like he's not in survival mode. He's still in
And
for that
to be
dollar.
fair, how odd would it look if you have a traveling menagerie not stopping to make money?
True.
Maybe he's
So, I
just
mean, it's helping him.
genius.
It's that old money game.
Yeah, maybe he's just
Old money
genius.
game.
And he's like, hey, we have to do this to keep up the facade.
If anybody gets that reference, she shells by the seashore. So I doubt anyone get that reference. That's obscure. If you got that reference, more props to you guys. If you even know who that band is, yeah, go look up Money Game on YouTube. When you get after this, look up Money Game.
I will.
There's 3 parts. It's a fantastic song. So yeah, Matt sees some Isodyne sold them. They sneak into the wagon and decides to follow because the medallion tells him that someone's channeling because it gets cold, a little chilly. Yeah. Also, when you shave, that coldness you feel in your face that I haven't felt in years.
Oh my gosh. And it lasts for a couple days.
It does. Like the air conditioning hit, I was like, oh, I haven't felt that in a long time.
So weird.
What's that?
I don't feel it there, but
I
when
get
I get trimmed up, I do skin on the sides, and for the first day, it's like,
good.
Well, that's an old sailing trick. Dennis Conner used to do that a lot. I know a lot of people don't like DC. I'm Facebook friends with him, so I have to be friends with him. But that's randomly. He lost the Mayor's Cup. Screw you, Dennis. But he used to always shave right before sailing competitions, just because we could feel the wind shifts better, because you can feel the temperature changes.
It's like increased sensitivity there.
Yeah.
So smart.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, there's nothing to pull out of these chapters, to be honest with you. It's just like Matt.
This is when Matt confesses his that he's going to marry Tuan.
Well, yeah, he finally makes his way in there to see Tuan. He brings her a necklace, and she doesn't accept it.
Nope.
And then she's mean, and then he's like, "I'm gonna marry you," and she's like,
she rolls her eyes.
Before all that, you get the random. Is it before or after? Hold on. Matt thinks they're yeah, no, it's all that. It's when Noel comes in and gives that prophecy. Fortune rides like sun on high with the fox that makes the ravens fly. Luck his soul, the light in his eye. He snatches the moons up from the sky.
Yeah, the daughter of the 9 moons.
Daughter, hey, I mean, so
he's marrying up.
Yep.
It's all happening like it was foretold.
I wonder how many times this has happened. How many turns of the wheels for Matt character?
Nearly an infinite variation of these turnings.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. After that, he gives the necklace, throws it at Gideon, and tells her to put it on.
Yeah, doesn't she like demote her or something? Tells her she's little to nothing. She's so mean to her. I mean, there's no reason to be. I mean, she's only colluded with your soon-to-be husband.
Yep. The following nights, Matt works out a tactic to interest Tuan. He's the way he would plan battles. So he's trying to be all tactical about it.
Trying to strategery a woman.
Yeah.
Inevitably, he learns there's just no
that don't
doing
work either.
No.
Yeah, and this is also when he finds out that he's actually completed the Shanshan wedding ceremony. Like, so part of
his part of it.
Yeah. So like he didn't even realize this. Like he said that she's his wife times, and they just explained to us like, yeah, that means you're pretty much committed to your side. Like if she agrees, you guys are married now.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
That reminds me of, what was that Dan Brown movie? Was it Angels and Demons?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's the assistant to the Pope, somebody who does all this stuff. So when he comes outside, all the cardinals scream his name, and like that just automatically makes you Pope. There's some obscure rule.
Oh,
some random.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he was the bad guy all along. Spoiler alert.
Wasn't there? There's supposedly. Let me see if I can find it.
Proposally. We're talking about marriage.
I've been drinking.
He was like proposedly.
Supposedly.
Well, I mean, so
irregardless.
It was just funny because Gwyneth, she was just like, wait, you really don't know what you got yourself into, do you? Like, you really are that foolish. You really are that simple. And he's like, what are you talking about? She's like, you said you're part of the marriage ritual. Like you have pretty much sealed the deal. You're just waiting on a response at this point. This is why she's not snitching on you. This is why she's going along with all this, because she's trying to figure out what her response is going to be. And if you're in earshot when she says it, guess what, buddy? You're married.
Yep.
She holds all the cards.
And it's like that time Alan woke up on that beach in Thailand only to find out the night before he accidentally married 6 of the
it came
local
close a few
elders'
times.
daughters.
What is it? It's Gödel's loophole. That's what it's called. So there was a famous mathematician who actually went through the American Constitution and said there's a loophole that permit the American democracy to legally turn to dictatorship. And he shared it with Albert Einstein and a few other intellects, and they all agreed, yeah, that loophole exists. And then they all went to their grave without telling anybody what that loophole was. So it's like one of the biggest mysteries
And
that
Trump
no one
has
knows
found it.
what the loophole is. But multiple people confirmed and agreed, yeah, there's a loophole in the U.S. Constitution that can actually instantly turn us from democracy to dictatorship. But we don't actually know what it is. Besides the 3 people that were told and all agreed, and then
I
died.
wonder if it involves martial law and name changes.
I don't know, but there's a loophole.
Or, like, if something happens where you're declared dead for long enough and then come back. Wonder.
Yeah, I mean, there's some speculation about what it is, but no one knows. But apparently, it was a very, very like long proof, like this, then this.
What's it called again?
This Gödel's Godel loophole.
I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole later after this.
Yeah, you can go down that. You can go down that rabbit hole, but it's a fun one. But it's a whole thing that people try to figure out what it actually was. But apparently somewhere, if you follow like this amendment and this amendment and this thing and this thing and this thing, you put these all together, like if followed correctly, you can legally do it. But no one knows what it is. It's probably pretty complicated, but it's there. So
and Matt has his way out if he creates enough level of separation between him and daughter of the 9 moons, then he can't be married. He has to be like away from her, out of earshot.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So after all that, bringing her flowers, placing stones, doing a bunch of stuff, the show keeps on traveling. They travels to a town with like hundreds of Shan soldiers camped around it.
Yeah, the nervousness that hit then because Matt was like,
yeah,
one word from her and he's done for.
Yeah.
So he's really, I mean, she's really at the test at that point to figure out whether or not
if she actually, because one shot from her, 1,000 soldiers would be down on them.
Correct.
But it surprises him. She doesn't say a single word. She keeps quiet the entire time. So
she finds him amusing.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Both my cats are in the room. I'm going to close this door.
Okay. Cool. Anything else in that chapter? I know we kind of zoom through it, but that was kind of we reacted to it already. If you want to see the reaction, I think the link's somewhere in our Discord. You can find it. It's not for patrons only. It's actually there somewhere.
Yeah, we opened it up to everybody just because.
But we didn't post. I didn't post it, so it's not like open on. You can't search my YouTube, but if you go to our Discord channel,
Okay.
yeah, the search it through there. So it's an unlisted video, but anyone finds a link on Discord can go see it. So
good.
I figure give enough separation from people like being like, you're. Yeah. Anyway, people get upset about stuff. So if you actually want to follow the breadcrumbs, go for it. You have to want it.
Gotta want it.
So anything from this before we go to Something Flickers?
No, because Something Flickers was a good series of words coming at me fast. It was. I want to know whether or not Matt was going crazy. Or if he was seeing things, was he seeing a potential reality that did not happen? Was he seeing ghosts? Like what happened in that moment? Or was he seeing past memories collide with the current day?
A little bit of that, maybe.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Did you get DoorDash?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was in the room that River's sleeping in tonight. and I'm changing locations because he's got to go to
Gotcha.
bed.
I heard the knock.
Yeah. I'm actually at Meredith. She's moving soon because she closed on a house. So we've been helping
Oh,
pack
fun.
and blah, blah, blah. And the house is all tore up.
That's
So,
pretty dope.
man.
That's exciting.
That's
for
fun.
Meredith.
You're getting a whole tour. We're gonna tour the house right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, this is one of those tri-level homes, so it feels like it's
yeah.
10 stories, but it just kind of twists around. It's funny.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, cool times.
Do that.
Let's see. So something flickers. We're with our good friend. It do be Bill Doman. It do be doobie doobie.
This is when I got excited that we'd have a really amazing banging ending to this book.
Yeah.
So this is where the beginning of my letdown happened. Because I'm like, Bill Doman, yes, here we go.
And then what came next was
emotional damage.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah, Doman calls it madness that Matt wants to go into the city with Tuan, or the town, just because he promised to buy her clothes.
That do be crazy.
That do be crazy.
Yeah.
You do lost.
But again, as he was told, he gave her his word, and she gave her word. So word is law for the Shan Chan, right?
Yeah, it is.
I told before I left Alabama and before I knew I was coming to Virginia, I had told a good friend that I would be at their birthday. And I got back to Virginia and I'd all but forgotten about it because this was post-divorce and I'd got to see the kids again. Anyways, life was nuts.
Yeah.
And then I got the message be like, so remember birthday party down at the creek, you coming? And I was like,
fuck,
I don't have to work tomorrow. I already dropped the kids off. I have nothing else to do. I was on the motorcycle at the time, so I just hopped on the bike and rode straight to the night.
Nice.
Yeah. Showed up to the party.
There you go. Yeah.
Sometimes when you give your word, man, you got to follow through.
Sometimes.
So you drove from Virginia to Alabama?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I took a nap at a Love's gas station. Oh, and I think on that trip I got a free shower.
Don't make me feel bad for missing it this year.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful, though. Shaving off his mustache.
That's what Alan was actually going for, and
yeah, I was doing that. Oh no, it's like I said, my barber just kind of screwed me over. But it's what it is. I came home and I was like, "Oh, you got a haircut?" I was like, "Do you see anything wrong?" She's like, "No," and I was like,
at least you're not one of those guys that looks horrendous without facial hair.
Like me.
I've seen people with beards like this and they shave it and they have absolutely no chin and I'm like you're a totally different person. You still look like you, Alan.
Thank you. I just look like a very younger version of me. I guess,
right,
so.
A beardless younger version.
Beardless, yeah. I feel like the turtle head coming out of shell, like
right. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, Geenan soothes Matt by saying Tuan gave her word. We already know about it. She would never break that. Let's see. They leave the show. Matt is overrun by a large crowd. It's almost overrun. He dodges people, and Tuan asks him if he's been practicing a dance.
And then he looks around, and they're all gone. This is where I'm like, what was it? This is that flicker moment.
Yeah.
But was this a different reality? Was this his memories converging? Were they ghosts?
You ever been so tired, like you blink and it's like 10 hours later?
Yes. I did that earlier today. That's why
I had a little bit of that today.
Getting on here. I literally came home. It was like 6 o'clock. Chanel. Oh, that's pretty cool news. Chanel's actually singing in our church band.
Oh, nice.
And she had her first rehearsal today where she was actually up on stage. Okay. I wanted to go see her. She's like, no, I need to work out the kinks first. Do not come. I'm like, but I want to be a supportive husband. She's like, you can support me by going home.
Yeah.
So I went home and sat on the couch, and then an hour and a half passed. I was like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah. I've had it actually happen while driving, which is really scary. Like
that
you leave
happens
work
all the time.
Yeah, you leave work, and then next thing you know, you're in the driveway, and you do not remember anything between point A and point B. You're like,
I don't know how many red lights I've run in my life because,
I
especially
made it.
before.
Yeah,
I'm not always there when I'm driving. Yeah, I feel
yeah,
ya.
no, yeah. Are you do the eye patch? Oh, that's because you're drunk. Never mind. That's
Yeah.
do not drink and drive, kids. That's not a good idea.
No,
Yeah, but if you do see
unless I'm
double,
rage
if
driving.
you are seeing double, you cover one eye. It does help, I think.
But if you're seeing quadruple and you cover one eye and you're still seeing double, you should park the car.
Well, if you're
Mm.
seeing double or quadruple, you should park your car.
That's true. Yeah. That what he said. That's
Yeah,
the right
yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
That's the right answer. Yeah.
Remember,
Although-
we knew people. This wasn't us, but we knew people. We heard this story about somebody else, where we would have people in different seats of the car whose responsibility was like to look and cover that section, and not just from safety's sake, like oh a car's coming, whatever. It's like to see, make sure you're still in the lane. Like, all right, we're too far. Go back. Or you cover the right, I got the left. Who's watching in front? Nobody. Oh.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've definitely. Well, I mean, these people definitely
These people.
drove
Not us.
them as a team
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. No. Might have happened.
Never you guys.
Very, very lucky.
Not us. Not us.
So stupid.
Although there was that one guy that got out of a DUI. I didn't know who his name was, but he got in a wreck in the parking lot of the garage. Parking lot of the bar. Not the garage.
Oh.
At the parking lot of the bar, he got in a wreck, and someone called the cops, obviously, because he just drove into their truck or something like that.
That's right.
And he had a bottle of Jack Daniels in his trunk. So he just opens the trunk, pulls out the bottle of Jack Daniels, and starts drinking
Chugs.
right there. And when the cops show up, he's drinking straight out of the bottle of the Jack Daniels. And he said, "Sir, I was completely sober. My nerves are fried, so I started drinking now. So you want to give me that misdemeanor for drinking in public?"
Yep.
Could not prove that he was drunk and driving. He was just
Pretty
drinking in
smooth.
public.
So smart. Damn.
It's a misdemeanor, not a felony, to be drinking in public in Virginia. DUI is a felony in Virginia. Oh, if you have enough of them.
Right.
I think first one's still a misdemeanor, but I think there's a 3-strike rule
Yeah, I think it's 3 strike.
where you get jail time, and
Yeah,
a
but it's
felony?
like after the third strike, it's automatic jail time.
it's automatic jail time and automatic felony. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know some people.
I know a couple people that
I still send them postcards.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not that long. It's only like 3 weeks or something like that. It's not a long time in jail, but you do
It's
have
a couple
mandatory-
weekends or a few weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's a few weeks in jail or something like
community
that. But
service.
here's the real sad truth. It depends on your lawyer.
it
does, that part.
Yeah. I knew one guy who he didn't have a license for most of his adult life because of the third DUI.
Wow. Yeah.
And then he got it back, and like 3 weeks ago, he got another DUI. I'm like, you're screwed, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he just got back. Well, he got it back. It's sad. He got it back, and his dad actually passed away. And the night his dad passed away, he went out drinking. He normally never drinks and drives. And it was that night, and a cop pulled him over. And he's like, yeah, it's a rough day.
Yeah.
So maybe the judge will show leniency. I doubt it because it is Virginia. But yeah, I feel bad for him because it's like he was doing all the right things, and then
One bad situation.
it was a tough night for him. But anyway,
Bill Doman.
Just like it was a,
Bill
a
Doman.
tough day for not even bail. We're on Matt now. Matt is chasing down the ladies. They are entering the town. They get easy passage in because you got 3 women kind of dressed darkly, but you got a guy in rich clothing,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna sell to him."
Yeah.
And they go in and they start looking for dress material
Mhm.
because Matt is a man of his word.
Yeah. And he buys a bunch of stuff, a bunch of silks, and gets a fat bundle and throws it over his shoulder and
This
walks
is
back
after
to the
losing
show.
the ladies while his dice are rolling in the head super heavy.
Mhm.
So he like turns around in circles and then takes a step forward because apparently the less control he has over his fate, the better it works as advantage.
Yeah. But then Julian shows up. He's like, Gideon's hurt. Kill quickly.
Yeah.
And finds
Dun, dun,
her
dun.
in Doman's arm, and she's bleeding. or Dome's arm's bleeding, and asked what
Just a
happened.
flesh wound.
Yeah, asked what happened. Apparently, Rena stabbed her in the back and ran.
You know,
Bees
if
be
you're gonna
tripping.
do- if you're gonna do the job, don't miss.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
Yep. Too soon.
Too soon.
I mean, she stabbed her in the back.
Countrymen,
I
lend me
saw,
your
I
ear.
saw someone, and I'll comment on this for the whole Trump thing. Just this is the only comment I mix. I saw this video today. It was hilarious. Like, it was someone talking like TikTok or something like that. And I was like, he's a convicted felon. He's been shot at and hit. When's the mixtape coming out? When's the mixtape?
Well,
He's
he
a rapper.
tell you.
He's a rapper now.
I was like, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, all
I
right,
saw the
when's
he's
the
50
one of us.
Cent mashup between him and Trump, and it was pretty good. Yeah.
It's gonna
When's
be
the
Trump and
mixtape?
50 Cent, I'm telling you. But no, on a serious note,
It's bad being from downtown, and after you roll up a few of those, I'm kind of like, all right,
Yeah, like you're in now.
all right, let's talk. You got some cred. I'll listen now. What you got?
I was like,
Let me hear what you're
hey,
saying.
you got bread. Now I need to know how you really got that money, bro. Like we can talk. Like, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not to take it to a more serious note. Again, I do not condone
No, not
that
at all.
type of activity at all.
No.
Yeah.
Because missing,
I'm not
is a
pro or
travesty.
anti any of these politicians. Yeah, it's pretty
No.
crappy.
You're not
incident.
I'm anti all of them.
Yeah.
I ain't all
Not from like a personal standpoint, like I want injury or anything. Nothing.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
no.
Oh yeah,
there's
no,
a lot
like
of things
that. Not
they
like
say
that.
where
No,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Oh, wait, let me rephrase
moron.
what I'm saying. I'm not. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Let me
I don't
rephrase.
condone violence. I don't think that. But yeah, I'm not a
No.
fan of any politics.
I'll flat
But
out say I think they're both stupid. You're old and rich. Go live your fucking life.
One of my
Go
one of my
somewhere.
one of
Go
my
to the
dad's
house.
friends used to always break it. Like he one of his favorite quotes, and I love this. It's like politics. You have to break the word apart into its roots. So poly, meaning Greek for many.
Uh-huh.
That's what it means. Poly means many, and ticks, which means bloodsuckers. Many
Blood-sucking insects. Yeah.
many bloodsuckers. So that's
Once you understand that.
politics.
But to wrap that
You
one
know
up, if y'all haven't figured out, we use humor with everything.
Mhm.
So thank you,
Yeah.
Chris, for giving us a chuckle.
Yeah.
and again, like I said, y'all are old and rich. Go enjoy your life. I'm waiting for the person that has been through what I've been through. I need that dude that has been displaced multiple times, been on food stamps, knows the struggle when they move food stamps from books to the EBT card, because it is so hard to hustle an EBT
Yep.
card. Like I need the people that
trust
know
people
what
in your
WIC stands
transactions
for.
sometimes. Yeah.
I need somebody in the office who has had their debit card decline when they were trying to buy their groceries.
Yep.
That's the person I want in office.
But
Somebody
still
who's worked
climbed a
3
little
jobs.
bit.
Yeah.
Climbed a little bit, right? Did some
Yeah.
things.
Right.
Yes. You know
Been
what?
in the mix.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is finally we're here. Like he's not there, but he's here. Like he's with the rest
Chris,
of
I'll
us.
vote for you.
Or she. Yeah.
I'll vote
Somebody
for
like
Chanel.
us. Yeah.
One of you two, just come on.
Or they. I don't care what you are, as
Right,
long
right,
as you've
right,
been
right.
through the struggle. I need you to have struggle
Right.
with me. That way
Yeah.
you'll
Yep.
do us right. Or you'll make your money and get all the lifetime protection and lifetime benefits and peace out. And I will appreciate and respect that 100%.
Respect.
If one of us got up there, like one, not just us three, but one of us, right?
Us.
Half the stuff they put on the desk in front of us to sign, we'd be reading it and just be like, well, that's
Shit.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Get this,
No.
get this
Nope.
crap out of my face. Who are you? Who do you work? Get out of
No.
here. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Hell no, we ain't doing that. Waste my money. That's my money too. I paid into this system.
Exactly. Look,
Let me
I am a
spend it like that.
taxpaying citizen.
Yeah,
You can
get
check
out.
my shit. I've only paid once, but
That's funny. Yeah, so Matt's trying to figure all this out. He can't understand why Rena of all people would go over the edge. She was one of the only ones that knew, the secret of the Soldoms.
the secret.
The
big
secret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That even the daughter of the
collars
9
work on
moons
them
would be
so they can-
destroyed by if
Yeah.
everybody knew. So that secret needs to remain a secret.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is still just another reminder. We didn't develop it too much, but if it's coming back again like this, we know it's going to come out. It is
yeah.
eventually gonna cause and when it comes out, just like the IEL, you're gonna see division. You see people that try to stick to the old ways, and then you see people that are like, well, this drastically changes things, right? Everything we've been told is a lie. And you're gonna see a huge split within the Sean-Chan.
Yep.
This
I
is
don't
still
know about that
part of that prophecy of breaking the world. And
This would be a schism.
Yeah. I don't think we have enough books for that, but I do think it's
We
going to
got 4 books left,
they're girthy books.
and they're girthy. I mean,
The way he writes, half of the book is going to be about the scenery.
But the way
I mean,
Sanderson
okay.
writes,
comparison. Crossroads of Twilight.
Right.
Crossroads of Twilight. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Towers of Midnight.
Oh,
there's almost
yeah.
another book in there, Chris. Don't be
Yeah.
fooled.
That was 2 of these.
Yeah. And you're right. Sanderson started writing.
Right.
That's the point that I'm really excited
Gathering
about.
Storm.
Oh boy.
Sanderson starts to write, and Sanderson writes.
Yeah.
And then A Memory of Light.
So are we almost done? Yes, but no.
No.
Still got 4 years of this project.
Oh, halfway there. Whoa.
Yeah. And there
Alan's
is
got no
on
hair.
Memory of Light, there is a 9-hour chapter. Yes.
Nice.
Half the book is 1 chapter.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down.
So Sean-Chan Secrets. It hasn't come out,
Yep.
but we're talking about it again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah.
It's a little flicker, a little hey.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. Pay attention.
What's the movie that does?
I
What's
don't
that movie?
remember, but I know what you're talking about. So I don't remember.
It's
Wow.
the original movie. It's Secret of My Success.
Is that's what it's from?
Oh, originally, and then it was also in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then
Okay.
it was also in It's Always Sunny when they did the play on A Secret of My Success, and they tried to figure out the name of the song, and they became.
Are you
Mel
trying to make me depressed?
the
Ferris B. Okay. She answered it for us.
Ferris Bueller. Yeah, Ferris Bueller. I don't think it was the first one. I think it was Secret of My Success. Which came out first? Secret of My Success or Ferris Bueller?
The last 3 books are a quarter of the words in the entire series. See, that's what I thought was Doug. Okay, I'm not the only one. It was in.
Oh,
in
Ferris
the-
Bueller was first. Okay, Ferris Bueller was 1986. Secret of My Success 1987.
That's a little bit different.
It's a little bit different, but
Maybe a play on that, but
I could play. So it was Ferris Bueller did it first, and then Secret of My Success did it a year
Did
later.
you question Zool?
I did. I'm sorry, Zool.
it was Alan. It wasn't me and Chris.
Make sure the next time you see him, he bows down to you, lady.
to Zool. I'll probably get something slid in my DMs very shortly.
Hi, Lady Zool.
How dare you question Zool?
Look, I've been trusting her quite a bit through this series, and I don't know that she's been wrong yet. So
they came out within a year of each other. All right, it's easily confused. One was 86, the other was 87. It's
one of those years was more important than the other.
Chicken
Hey,
pot,
Chris.
chicken pot, chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
What are the 2 sexiest animals at the farm?
What are the 2 sexiest? What are they?
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Anyway,
so 4 red arms show up. They show in the show right up to and is it Harnan? Harnan tells Matt that Vannon is trying to catch up with Rena, so they already have people on it trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris. What kind of bees make milk?
What kind of bees?
Boobies.
Speaking of which, that's where she got stabbed, right?
Meredith's in the other room, and all I heard was, "Oh my god." that was fantastic.
Out by now that we just sit here and shoot the shit all night for Tuesday nights.
Are we talking about this book anymore? I don't even know what's going on.
We were going over the fact that our girl gets stabbed right below the boobies. It just missed the heart, so she was healed. And they allow that to happen. She had an Aes Sedai toucher. She got the healing. And then she was like, she told Matt the secret. And Matt's like, oh shit. So she's gone. And then this is going to come out. We got to catch her.
Yep. Yep.
And Matt's like, bring me Bella.
So
oh, wait, that wasn't Matt.
That wasn't Matt. No. Next chapter. We're almost there. They send the whole Red Arms after her a few miles out from the show. They meet with Vannon, who tells them the renegade Soldum is pressing hard. And when they finally catch her, she's not too far away from Ashanti garrison.
Now, the way they did it was smart. They outsmarted her because she ran that gelding too hard, and that thing was not trying to do any more work. He was tired. Matt walked his, then rode his hard, and then didn't ride.
He knows how to ride it.
Yeah, he knows how to ride it. So there is an importance to the motion. Like if you know how to ride it, then you can make great things happen.
Oh gosh, I was hoping one of y'all would have had the line, but somewhere in here there was a fantastic giggity line. And I don't have the book in front of me. I was hoping Alan had it ready to go. But yeah, it was in this section somewhere where Matt was talking about pacing the horses or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'd have to flip through and find it, but
we don't have that kind of time, Alan. We're trying to finish this book.
We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. So
just know that Robert Jordan hit us with a good giggity in there.
He does sometimes. He pulls them out.
Yes.
So they finally catch up to her, and she's not really far away from the Shan-Chan garrison. And Matt had promised himself never to kill a woman, but then he reluctantly orders take her out.
And this is his third one that he's
take the shot. Now. Take the shot. Take the shot.
Engage.
So these guys knew what they were doing. They did not miss.
Yeah.
Then she turns her head slightly to the right.
They really just skip Bella. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Hey.
It will.
Bella's actually in these chapters. We don't have to play the Bella early. There's no premature Bellas tonight. All right, come on, guys.
Well, I'm not talking until I hear it.
I still think that was a hoax. No, Way the Leaf is on. What?
And thank you, Way the Leaf, for that awesome that you do. You're amazing.
Don't you guys have your own show to be on right now? Thanks for coming out and saying hi.
I know. And Wadaholic Aussie, who won the last book giveaway,
wow.
You should have received it from the Way the Leaf. So
nice.
Hopefully you came in town and saw and got it.
Friends meet.
I did buy you a book. And I did send it to them to give to you. If they did not give it to you, that's on them. Because he confirmed he received the book. Got the book. Okay, got the book. Good.
The package has been delivered. The package has been delivered.
We should
take him out.
Take the shot.
Take the shot.
So
they go back. They go back to the town. They notice the show's still there. Matt enters Luca's wagon and tells him that there's no need to run now. We got it taken care of.
Well, he attempts to tell Luca there's no reason to run, but then he gets in there, and Luca's not in his chair. His chair is now being sat in by her highness.
Highness.
Flickering off and on.
See, I'm still watching Supernatural, so if it gets really cold in there all of a sudden, Chris, get you something made of iron, get some salt.
Yeah, a good
you
steak.
Got a ghost.
Yeah.
A good steak. Alan's thinking final meal. I'm like, no.
You said salt. You said salt, and I was,
something with iron in it is salt. Steak is plenty of iron and salt on it. Perfect.
Cook for them. Be like, see, you don't want to hurt me. Look at this nice little steak. I'll just grab it to you because I know you can't eat.
But no, the high lady is in his chair, and he's like, what's his name is Luca, and Luca is like super giddy. He's like, guess what? The high lady, she gave
Look
me
what I got.
this. She gave me a fortune because I can go perform for the Shanshan. Now I'm like, dude, bro, for real. That's what you're concerned about?
Are you
Literally,
talking about
we're
Dean Mox in chat? Dean Mox is hilarious. Dean Mox
I
is
think
a
he's
mess.
talking about Supernatural Dean.
Oh, Dean. Okay, yeah, that Dean's also hilarious.
Yeah, Dean Winchester.
yeah.
Dean Mox,
We
if
are
you ever
like-
join chat again, you're hilarious.
At the end of the world, and
Yeah.
he's concerned about making money. He's a hustler.
Yeah, I told you this dude
Mhm.
narrow focus. But to your point though,
I'll vote for
kind of
him.
it's what they needed.
Vote
It
Luca.
works.
2024.
And he, at the very end, he realizes that she has little cluster rosebuds attached on. It's like, oh,
And he just busts out laughing.
Yeah.
That part tripped me out. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And I think that's what I was like, I am Matt.
Yeah.
Because for all of his commands and
I am
telling
Groot.
people what to do, he's like, guys, I'm gonna leave and you guys need to run. And Luca, you need to pack up. And then he comes back and everybody's still chilling. He's like, wait a second, I gave words. I told people to pack up. I told people to get moving. I told them we meet them in the woods. You know, they even asked whether or not they were taking Tuan with them. And he's like, yes, because, you know, we're going to get married because it's just the right thing to do because the dice say so. And then he comes up and she's sitting in her chair having teas and crumpets. And he's like, why aren't y'all? And Luke is like, do you really need to ask why we haven't moved? I mean, she said no. And at this point, the Shanshan come, it doesn't matter because she's going to tell them no. Like, we're good.
Some dice.
She's going to use her station.
So,
it's my little goodie bag. Oh, this is where I have your doom snail. I think is in here.
oh, I didn't get that when I was there. Darn.
I forgot to give it to you. I got to if Ian his mic stand. I also have lots of dice here too. So
Well,
this is
next time, gadget. Next time, I
see,
may.
got a little-
actually
someone gave me a little Pac-Man.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So
yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, it's right here. Here's your little your doom snail.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
excited.
Yeah, so I have it for you still here. And,
If you haven't read,
nice little Tannen and Tenchico. Tannen and Tenchico. Yeah, all my goodies. This is my little goodie bag. So.
At that point, Matt's just dying laughter, and that's where we leave him. I'm happy for where we left Matt. I'm not happy for where we left Perrin, but I'm happy for where we left Matt, even though I think he's in the most danger because now he's got to plan a legit wedding.
Yeah.
And those are bare. I've been through that.
Planning weddings? Oh, yeah. They suck.
You have moments. You have good moments.
And it doesn't ever turn out the way you think it's going to turn out because there's always something like screws up.
Oh man, when I tell you that mine was almost to perfection. We were only 5 minutes late coming down the aisle. Like that's how good my schedule was. And
I know. I was there.
I know you were.
It was good. You know, your wedding was very enjoyable. It didn't feel rushed, but you ever been at a wedding where you're like, they need to hurry this shit up?
Uh-huh.
You know, there was none of that. Like everything was good and on point. There was the highs of the emotions and everything, and then boom, it was party time. Like it was great.
If you saw my Google my Google Drive and my sheets, you'd understand why. Alan's not the only one that's a freak in the sheets.
Hey.
I had everything.
Sheets.
I had things down to the 5-minute increments at some part of that day.
Well, you nailed it.
Some Excel spreadsheets. Oh man,
I was telling people when they could take a piss. Like that's how bad it got.
All right, now it's time for your bathroom break.
Yeah.
Are you not going? But we won't get another one for 37 minutes. So
go.
Anyway, go. You guys ready to move to the last chapter for the epilogue? The actual last official chapter, chapter 30.
Yes, this isn't a bad
what
chapter.
The Oath Rod can do.
When I read the title, I initially thought
the Red Rod.
She's gone.
Oh no.
Well, let me stop. I'm about to. Chanel would kill me if she ever listened if I said what I want. Anyway, when I read the title of this chapter, I thought, is she going to Elida?
Mm.
Am I right? Is she going to Elida? And is Elida going to make her swear on the rod?
Well, what happened was
You've mentioned that a few times. You feel
I
it coming.
have, like,
well, what happened was
so part of me, I'm conflicted about this chapter, and I hate where this chapter left off, but I'm also excited for where this chapter left off. Let's actually talk about the chapter.
yeah. So it starts with Egwene eating breakfast. You know,
Eating weevils.
eating weevil. Oh no, this is a different part. I don't think there's weevils.
There's
Oh,
weevils
she said
everywhere,
she
bro.
crunched on one. She
No.
crunched one. She was looking for
Okay.
black specks, and then she felt the
Yep.
crunch when she
Okay.
ate. This
Okay.
chapter actually had me. Like the last couple, I was there listening, but this one I was like intent on because they're like, another person's been murdered by Sardine, and I'm
Yeah.
like, are we finally gonna find out that there's a guy in a woman's body? Like, are we gonna finally find out that you know Egwene's being manipulated and controlled by the Dark One? Like, what are we about to discover here? And then it was like, oh, there's weevils. I'm like, oh,
Weevils.
again.
That's what we discovered.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Lots of weevils. Unbelievable.
starting to get a little bit warmer. People are starting to not feel the winter so much anymore, but you know. And then they find, like I said, they find out the second person's died, and now everybody's on edge. Everybody's keeping the source embraced, and they're walking in pairs, and they're being.
And they said it was the male source of the power, right?
Yep.
So they wouldn't even know if it was coming until it came. Like that was the crazy thing about it. And then of course Nicola ran away, and I feel like she has an important role to play because she has the foretelling.
Yeah.
And she was very strong in the power. Like there are a few people that were pretty strong from this most recent batch that I feel like we're going to learn more about now that I see the size of those books.
Yep. So yeah, I guess some visitors. Theoden comes in with a message from Ramonda asking for a meeting, and there's some side eyes that are given between different people, and Egwene's like, don't do this in front of me. I ain't got time for that.
Do you not know how to show respect to other eyes to die?
Yeah, I ain't got time for that shit.
Hurts
like straightening people out.
Yeah, get your act together.
Say my name.
Yeah.
Say my name.
I don't have much time for pettiness. It's kind of like, yeah, get your shit together.
I like this new side of Egwene. She's somebody I would date.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that she's been traumatized?
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I have a type, I guess. Anyways,
Swan arrives as well to discuss things, including to talk about the disrespect shown. They also talk about her being a dreamer for a bit. There's a lot of that talk.
Well, nobody believes it. Like she's like, I had a dream. Shan Chen are coming. Nobody believes me. We need to get us united. Now, I think it's interesting that her dream is about the Shan Chen coming and wanting to unite the White Tower, because the Shan Chen are probably going to come because Rand is bringing them. I think that's the part of the dream that she's missing out on.
Interesting.
And not just Rand. I say Rand in the collective. Rand, Matt, and Perrin.
Yeah.
They're all in their own way connecting themselves to the Shan Chen. I mean, that last part of the Perrin chapter that we didn't discuss was Perrin being told Shan Chen are coming, and they're ready to talk. They're willing to have conversation. And he's like, all right, let's go talk. I'm interested. I will literally do anything for my wife. And then we have Matt literally about to marry the daughter of the Nine Moons.
You know, they missed a golden opportunity. I know they're older now, but it's still been great if for the show they casted, Rand, Matt, and Perrin correctly. Because if it was Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and it's one of the three amigos, and
Martin Short is Matt.
Yeah, Martin Short is Matt. Chevy Chase is Rand. Obviously, Steve Martin is Perrin. I mean, it's just it's a good it's a good mix. You know, they can do the whole pelvic thrust. We are the three amigos. Dating myself there. It's okay.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, good movie, guys. Classic. So it's a classic movie. I think it still holds up. I haven't seen it in a long time. Does it hold up? I don't know.
Sure.
We'll say it does.
We'll say it does.
Martin Short's still amazing. Captain Ron.
Yeah. She literally is. Egwene's over it all. She's like, there's a big thing happening tomorrow, and I need to downplay everything today. So, in my mind, I'm like, what's the big thing? What's coming? What are we doing? Like, what don't I already know? Like, what have you set up? And clearly, it was a meeting with Elida, but not the way I was hoping it was going to be at all.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Yeah. Shiriam shows up as well. Get a little Shiriam action. Talking about, I guess she has a note informing Egwene that Nicola has run away for several days now. And yeah.
And then Ramonda actually comes to visit, and then they have a conversation about something that I think isn't really as important as they're trying to make it, which is getting all of the kinsfolk under control.
Right.
And this is where the conversation of, well, the kinsfolk outnumber us, 20-1.
Right.
And, we have this oath rod thing that of course they freak out. Are you not going to swear? Are you not going to swear? She's like, no, I'm going to swear. But I feel like since the oath rod combined people, we should also release them, and then they can live a much longer life and stay in our service for much longer periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the most diabolical thought that I've had, and it kind of comes off of some of Ian's things. What's the best way to cripple the biggest, worst force against you? By making them die. Maybe the oath rod really was a tool of the Dark One.
And convince them you have to. This is the way to go.
That way they wouldn't have hundreds of years of knowledge to combat him with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had 600 years of proper training as an Aes Sedai, and you had like 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 people that have had hundreds of years of training as an Aes Sedai, I think they could handle one man or whatever with this.
And not just the trainings, but we talked earlier on in these books how the prophecies can get so diluted and misunderstood and taken the wrong way over time. And if you have shorter generations, it's easier, like in telephone, to keep messing it up. But if you have people that are living these expanded lives that are sharing knowledge and retaining knowledge, and there's more time to communicate with that next generation so that it's passed on more seamlessly and understood like it's in the original way, like even that's a bonus, And you're humbling yourself just in the understanding of the world you live in by not living in it very long.
There you go.
Yeah. After Shiriam leaves, Morel and Morven arrive. They talk a lot about taking on more warders and things like that, which are like, yeah, that was bad what you did with Lad. And she even says, I don't need another warder right now. I'm good. I got nothing.
Yeah. Like they were.
I got 99 problems and the warder ain't one. She has more stuff to worry about.
Correct. And then there was also the conversation about compelling the Ashaman.
Right.
Yeah, she didn't really like that. Egwene was like,
no. And they tried to work around it, like, well, we can bond them, but in this way, and do this thing and tell them that thing and make this promise and take that promise away. And she's like, it's the same damn thing.
Right. Control and manipulation, and there's no way that ends well.
Yeah. Yep. Issues with the kin. We talked about that. Egwene replies that they never realized how many Wilders there are among the sea folk. Talk about that some.
Yeah.
And
it just shows that the tower is not as complete and knowledgeable as they once thought they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every book, we keep finding that out more and more.
I love how Jordan opens that up to us like a flower. Like when we first started, there was nothing you could do to like say anything against the White Tower. Now we're this far in, and it's like that place is a clusterfuck. It is organized chaos.
I don't know nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep. Painted rust. Painted rust.
Correct.
Stop talking about our Navy.
Hey, I've toured the shipyard. I've seen what's underneath the paint. It's there's a lot of rust. Let's see what else. They talk about the oath rod that they have, and that Egwene says that the oath rod is the only real difference between Aes Sedai and Ken. And Ramonda's kind of pushing back, saying like if they had channeled, they would have had the ageless look. And yeah, maybe. I see a lot of wise.
That's it.
I see a lot of wise ones in the Aiel that are that channel that don't have the ageless look.
And Sean for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Ramonda's pissed, insisting that she will die and Aes Sedai, because that was through the whole thing. Like,
yeah, she did a whole speech.
Yeah,
I didn't really tune in to much of it.
Yeah, and she storms out in a huff, like in
a puff.
Yeah, in a puff. I'm right.
So we're at another tipping point. It feels like I don't think the White Tower is going to fall apart. I think this is more like of a internal civil war that we're experiencing right now, but like kind of a revolution, a new birth, a phoenix moment. Like if they take advantage of some of these new truths that they're being offered, and all these aha moments, that they can blossom again as something greater and more profound and wiser and more powerful.
Yeah. But Egwene has a plan to at least prepare the way for an invasion to the tower. And originally she's going to send some of the novices, because anyone can do this that she's taught. They've taught her how to do this, how to turn things into Quindiar. And
Bode.
Yeah, originally going to send Bode, Coffin, but she writes down, picks out a horse. It's a horse we might have heard of before. That
this is the highlight of the book. It's Bella.
Bella.
It's Bella. Bella's back. So heads on down there and tells Bode that you're gonna stay ashore.
We're missing the Bella part though. It's important. She hops on Bella and she pushes Bella, and Bella's like, no, you know how to ride, bitch. And she's like, but Bella, I had to pretend to be someone else. And Bella's like, I will allow it for a small amount of time. And then Bella,
it does feel like Bella's in charge of this ride, don't it?
Yep.
Bella
and then as soon as they were clear of everybody, Bella said, and she got on Bella the right way, and Bella took off as fast as a draft horse could.
Yep. Bella's like, look, I pulled some carts during my life, but I can also haul ass, so let's do it.
Exactly. But yeah, it gets down to Bode, and she's like, yep, I gotta do this myself. It's my job to do. I'm gonna ride out there. I'm going to go turn that chain into Quindiar. So I guess the plan is they're going to take the normal iron chain and make it unbreakable, so that way they can't do anything about it. Like it ships out of the harbor. They're stuck.
Yeah. Basically
trap them in. Basically locking the door. And then
pretty good plan.
You lock the door, then you throw a torch inside the house. Not saying that you should ever do that, but that's the idea. I've seen enough movies to know how that works. But yeah, so she gets in the boat, and they ride on out quietly. They get all the way up to the gates undetected, and she starts to embrace the source so she can do it. And then immediately she feels another source being embraced at the same time, and immediately loses consciousness as she hits the water.
Poof.
And when she comes to, she can hear Ice Eye voices like, "Yeah, just drink it up, you'll be okay. Drink it up. We got you. We got you. We
They're
got you." And
like,
they're like,
we
"It's a
get
trap."
the jackpot, baby.
"We hit the jackpot. Look who we
You
captured."
know who this is?
Mm.
It's the Juggernaut. Let me see.
Dun dun dun.
This, like I said, I feel like this is leading up to the solution I thought that was going to happen. She's captured now.
Yep.
So she's, Elida is winning now.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's lost the upper hand. She's lost any hand, really, depending on how this plays out.
Because you already had people that wanted to defect back to Elida to begin with, and now their quote unquote Amerlin is under the control of Elida.
Yep.
And now I'm hoping that she falls into the hands of the women that are hunting out the Black Aja within the tower, but I don't see that happening. She's going to end up in Elida's hands, and Elida's going to be like, okay, now the rest of y'all, if you want to come join your quote unquote stole wearer, if you want to come on and join her, I'll forgive you. But remember, there's no more blue Aja, so pick a new Aja and come on.
Also, remember, though, we've strongly assumed, almost know, that both sides have spies in each other's camps. So there's hope for her to be able to get away while captured, or still be able to, do a little something.
Not enough time.
I don't think somebody might help her slip the chains.
Not enough time and not the right podcast to answer this question, but it's a really short answer actually. Moash. Moash is worse. And I will not be taking more questions.
Yeah, that's why I put the lotion on my elbows and my knees, man. I don't want Moash. I want less ash.
Yeah, Moash is worse.
Trying to be dropping flakes everywhere.
Yeah. Anything else from this? I mean, that's how we end this chapter. In the book before the epilogue, the final chapter ends with Egwene being captured.
That's it. These last 2 minutes are the highlight.
Yep.
Besides Bella taking Egwene for a ride.
Yep.
I think.
But this is why.
What do you think? What do you think? Egwene saw on the moon. She saw something across the moon.
There is no moon. The moon's not real. So I am hopeful for what's
the moon is
happening.
hollow. Okay,
right.
The moon's just hollow.
I'm very hopeful for what's happening to Egwene, and I'm not too fearful about this capture because Bella was very excited about getting her there. As in, this feels like it was meant to happen. Like
it's meant to be.
If it was bad, Bella would have resisted.
The White Tower. They're gonna
may not be the way Egwene wanted, but this needs to happen.
Okay.
Hopefully she doesn't have to take oaths.
She's gonna take those oaths. She's not really even gonna be forced. They're just told, and she's gonna do it.
Maybe.
Yeah. So anything from this chapter before we move to the epilogue?
No.
Okay.
The
epilogue.
Kidding.
Epilogue and answer. So Brandis is staring out the window. There's some rain. There's some lightning. He's thinking about the pain. Luce Theron whispers at him, "Sometimes pain is all that lets you know you're alive."
Yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive.
And I don't want the world to see me.
I never knew that was about Rand al'Thor.
I didn't know the Iris Goo Goo Dolls.
About it.
I didn't listen to enough soft rock and rock and roll in general.
Yeah. That was good 90s music right there.
We weren't listening to music in the 90s for real, so
yeah.
There's that too.
Yep. But anyway, the door opens, Bashir comes in, he's like, "Yep, the Shanjan have agreed. We're gonna meet."
He's got his wolf pimp cane.
But you got to meet with the daughter of the 9 moons.
Walk some of that pimp walk.
Yeah.
Pimp.
See, this is where it's starting to converge again. Who is he meeting with?
The daughter of the 9 moons.
The daughter of the 9 moons. And where's the daughter of the 9 moons right now? So we got two situations.
Coffin.
It's either going to be a lie, and it's going to be a different daughter of the 9 moons because the Shan are making it up, or Rand's going to agree. He's going to go meet with her and
sit beside
her as her
Matt, bro, what's up? They dap it up.
Yeah. Well, Matt's gonna be like, well, now we're kind of on equal footing here. I got power too, bro. Like, I don't feel like doing this fighting stuff no more. But let's get this over with.
Ooh, or maybe they end up at odds, and Matt's like, "Don't talk to my woman like that.
Hmm.
You don't want these hands,
happen, but
you don't want these hands, Rand."
Yeah. So we got lots of Shan coming in stage left. It's gonna be interesting moving forward.
This next book is gonna be all about the Shan.
Any predictions for our next book here for the?
This is the book that Moraine comes back.
The Knife of Dreams.
The Knife of Dreams, perfect book for Moraine to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think we're gonna have a seamless transition to being buddy with the Shan.
No, not at all.
I think it's like I said. I think it's gonna start to, and we're gonna get excited about it. I think that rumor, or the fact of all those additional females being able to channel, and the soul dom and everything, I think that's going to get out and it's going to cause chaos and shit's going to hit the fan. I still think, and because of that, I still think the faction that maybe Rand goes with and what Matt goes with is going to be different. I don't know why, but I still feel like they're going to be at odds for a while, maybe a significant amount of time. And we're going to get some huge development from Matt in that time frame while they're enemies.
Okay.
I think Perrin spirals out slowly but surely. His morals just keep going lower and lower. Until eventually he's just this base instinct animal
He's a dog.
that is gonna do whatever it takes to get Fael, and he obsesses over it. Maybe he's the one who kills Fael because he becomes like just so ravenous in the process of trying to rescue her. He takes her out.
I rebuff that. I feel like he's gonna get Fael,
and then he's gonna just shout, "You cannot have my pain."
Yeah,
and then
you took her away from me.
You
turned her against me.
And it's going to change the name to Dalinar Kholin, and then it's going to be Stormlight. So yeah. So that's why we finished this book. So
yes,
I'm ready to start the next.
All right. Well,
I don't want to talk about this book.
Let me see.
I don't want to reference it.
I don't know if I have it listed.
Even if we come up with something relevant in the next couple of books, I don't want to hear you say, "Remember that time in." But no, don't bring up this.
So, what about this dagger of dreams?
Though,
are we gonna find a? Are we gonna find a dagger in the dreams? Or are we gonna find a dagger that can be used in the dreams? Or are we gonna find a knife? Well, dagger.
Is this Padden Fane dagger?
Ooh.
Is he about to rise to power?
So I think we're just in the prologue.
I like that.
Just the prologue.
Okay.
Favorite character?
Tuon.
Okay.
That's good.
I mean, think about it. She literally has been in charge of the show the whole time without being in charge of the show at all.
And it's a good answer. It's the wrong answer, but it's a good answer. Ian, what do you got?
When you have presence, you have presence.
Bella is the only answer.
It's the only
Bella.
Our Huck.
I was going to say that. I was going to say,
please put that up. When I saw that, I was dying laughing when the Bella thing played.
Huck Tuon.
Huck Tuon. Can we please refer to as that from now on?
For now on, should be Huck Tuon.
I will never forget her.
Matt, you went about it all wrong. You should have put a little Huck Tuon on it.
No, he got himself some good old Huck Tuon.
Perfect.
From now on, that is her name, Huck Tuon.
All right, and now officially, I don't completely hate this book. I have a happy memory of it.
Did it have a happy ending for you?
Yeah, it had a happy. all I needed was Tuon.
Oh, you Hawk Tuon.
You Hawk Tuon.
I did it.
Every
good time.
Good times. I understand how Perrin might devolve. I made fries. One time I realized I didn't have kitty ketchup. Same kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Or mayonnaise.
When you get those free fries, man.
Whatever they dip their fries in.
Dude, when I had no money, I used to use Ian's old trick, and I'll just go back to the back door of the kitchen and be like, "Yo, you got any fries looking for a home?" Because I literally ate for
That's
a
worked
while.
so many times.
It works all the time. Like, hey man, I don't want to order fries, but you got any extra fries back there at your home? I'm happy to take some.
Yeah,
Free fries.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, free
I
fries.
foster fries. I adopt
Dude,
them.
every single cook I've ever said that to is always just like, dude, I got you, man. I'll drop something right now for you.
Yep. And yeah, usually they don't give you the leftovers. They'll be like, "Hey, hold on," and they'll drop.
I'll make some fries for you real fast.
Yep.
Good
That's
times.
too funny.
Little trick of the trade. So yeah.
You got any fries looking for a home? I forgot about that.
Fries looking for a home. 'Cause I'm hungry and I can't afford to eat.
And I ain't got no money.
I got no money, but I'll order some water and get some free fries out the back of the kitchen.
Yep.
And that's my meal for the night. Anyways, that's how we end this book. And yeah, we've made it through, guys. We made it through the worst. We did
It's
it.
bedtime.
We'll
I
do
don't know
next
how.
book. We'll do just the prologue next time in 2 weeks. Just the prologue. And we'll start whatever Jordan's last book.
All right.
Oh, I didn't think I
Well,
realized
thanks for
that.
sticking with us, guys. I don't know how y'all did this.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
we
don't know
had
either.
to. Y'all
We-
didn't have
We
to.
barely did.
We had to.
Yeah, we had a review. Hold on, let me see if I can find it because it was just perfect. Hold on, comments. It didn't automatically go up. So on one of the Crossroads of Twilight episodes, I always ask on every single one of my podcast episodes on the podcast, if you watch it or listen to it on Spotify, you'll get prompted with a question. What do you think about this episode? And sometimes people get like pretty funny answers. The only comment we got from Crossroads was someone saying, "So what do you think of this episode?" To quit, I had to stop listening. And I appreciate you. That's amazing. And you did that on episode 1 of this book, and I applaud your wisdom, and
Beautifully done.
and
Good life choices.
good life choices that
Yeah.
you
Your
choose
parents
not to
raised you well.
listen. Yeah, for this entire book. So, anyway, how you get found is at thewheelreads.com. It's a great website. Find links to our Discord. We can find all sorts of Easter eggs, like live reactions at one time. Not normally. Normally, you have to join Patreon, but you can find links there to that. And join our Patreon. Help us out. Support. We love you. We love everyone.
Yes,
we
whether
love-
you're supporting or not that way.
Yeah, whether you support it or not. But we do love patrons like a little bit more. Just a little bit.
We give them
do have
shout outs
favorites,
just
too.
the tip. Just the tip.
just for a little bit.
Just a little bit more.
Just see how it goes.
Just swirl it around a bit. And merchandise. Yeah, you can get things like a semester t-shirt, which are awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can get all sorts of cool merch. Go check it out on the website.
This one you only get if you coach a flag football team at your local Y.
What are y'all winning?
Yeah, that's not our merch store. But yeah,
We don't keep
So-
wins and losses.
that's pretty much all I got for this week. So in 2 weeks, I'll see you guys. And yeah, so
Until next time.
Peace.
okay, bye.
Thank God.
See y'all.
Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving
Sure.
device ready and
Sure.
strapped on.
Oh, where are we going tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about?